In another video, I mentioned how important your About page is on your website. In my opinion, it can be the closer because people spend so much time on that page, up to 30% more time on that page than any other page on your entire website. Why? Because they're trying to get to know you. They want to see if they will like you, and they want to see if they can trust you. And that's why that page is so important. Now, one of the most important parts of that entire page, of course, is your picture. So in this video, I'm going to talk about taking great pictures, where to put them on your page, and helping you make your About page even more amazing so that you can turn casual visitors into loyal customers.
First, you'll need some really good headshots. And by headshots, I don't mean the kind of pictures you use for driver's license or passport, but good shots of you, of what your face looks like, of what you look like, so that people get an instant sense of who you are. And, get loose and creative, stand outside or, take the picture somewhere where the light is really going to show the best of you. I like to have my pictures taken outside. I like natural light. And as you can see, we took many, many pictures in this one instance. And as we progressed, the light changed. And at one point, because this was taken in my backyard, my daughter showed up in the back and she was a little bit distracting. But as you can see, we took a lot of pictures, and eventually I chose, I think, just 3 or 4 that I use both in my website and for other marketing collateral. So get a really good headshot. Also, I do advise having your picture taken with different outfits: light, dark, informal, formal, more formal. Just try a lot of different things out, and then when you review them, you'll see that you've got a lot of choices, a lot of options. Next, you want to show some pictures of yourself at work, and if possible, also show how you work or what kinds of materials you use. So, I mean, this is typical of me. I just sit in front of a in front of a big monitor and design websites. You can also do things like show when you teach or you're leading a workshop what kind of materials you use in that particular workshop. And the other thing you can do is, again, show how you work, how meticulous you are, how much attention you give to individuals when you work with them. So those kinds of things are important and interesting to people. Also, if you can, show shots of your business, of where you work, because that's also important and interesting to people. It creates a lasting impression on them. Because what you're really trying to do in, let's say, in your About page, is you're trying to create some kind of a connection. You're trying to boost that know, like, and trust factor, or I should say those know, like, and trust factors. And by including pictures like these, you really start to give people a much richer impression and idea of who you are, why you do what you do, and how committed you are to your mission. Now, once you have your pictures together, then it's time to figure out where to put them and how to use them. So in the case of this boutique investment banking group, they are one of my clients. They had just a few pictures taken of them. They were a little bit sheepish and a little bit reluctant to have many pictures taken of them, but they had some taken in their boardroom, so you get an immediate sense of who their team is and how they work together. And then for their individual shots, we had them stand around in both just the shirts as well as the shirts with ties, or shirts with ties and jackets. It was up to them. And again, from what I remember, they were a bit reluctant to have their pictures taken outside, so they were both taken inside and outside. And eventually, we realized that the pictures taken outdoors in their building's courtyard were much better than the ones taken inside, and this was the final result. So for each of them, they have their individual picture taken here, which is a bigger version of the previous one, and I think that it's worked out really nicely for them. I don't think there are any really hard rules about how you put your About page together. I just think that really good content, really good pictures work well together. And you have to kind of, put the pictures and the content, the text, together in a way that really works, that tells a story about who you are, what you do, and why what you do is so important to the people you most want to work with. So, you can kind of mix it up. You can put pictures of people you've worked with as well as your own individual pictures with a lot of information. And, you have to really kind of try it out, try a few things out to see what works best. On my About page, for example, I start with this banner image. It's just a reflection of me. And then I go down and have my portrait image. And below that, after some of the explanation about my passion and what I do and who I work with, I've inserted my Instagram feed, and that gets updated automatically every time I post something new to Instagram. And it kind of gives the whole page a lighter feel. I also have images from where I am, Washington, D.C., my family, and my dog, who sadly is not with us anymore. But it is interesting that when people contact me for a consultation or they're interested in working with me, they often mention something that I talked about here or some of the pictures that I included on the page. So I do think that having an interesting about page can be, really helpful to your business. I hope that this has been helpful to you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the little bell, the notifications bell, so that you'll know when my newest video has been posted to YouTube. Thanks as always for watching, and I will talk to you again soon in my next video.